Every bit of pain you're feeling right now, the exhaustion, the frustration, the moments where you want to quit, it's not here to break you. It's here to build you. Pain is the price life charges for transformation. It's the fire that burns away weakness and forges strength. Most people run from pain, but the ones who face it, who use it, who learn from it, they're the ones who rise. Because the truth is, the pain you feel today is shaping the person you'll become tomorrow. It's preparing you for the things you've been praying for. Every struggle, every sleepless night, every sacrifice, it all matters. So if you're hurting, don't stop. You're not losing, you're growing. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 powerful rules that will help you use your pain as the foundation to build your future. Rule number 1, embrace the pain. It's proof you're growing. Embrace the pain. It's proof you're growing. Because pain is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. It's the silent voice that tells you you're moving beyond your limits. The truth is, comfort never created greatness. Comfort builds mediocrity, but pain builds strength, depth, and purpose. Every person you admire, every success story you hear, every dream achieved, all of it was born from pain that someone refused to run from. Growth never feels good when it's happening. It feels like pressure, like resistance, like struggle. But that's what transformation looks like in real time. When you feel pain, your mind is learning resilience. Your body is building endurance. Your spirit is developing patience. Pain is not punishment, it's preparation. It's the process that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Most people pray for success, but reject the struggle that creates it. They want the victory without the battle, the results without the grind, the progress without the pressure, but that's not how life works. You cannot evolve without discomfort. You can't grow without friction. You can't become who you're meant to be while clinging to who you used to be. The pain you're feeling today is literally the proof that you're stretching beyond what you thought was possible. It means your old habits are dying, your old mindset is cracking, and your old limits are being shattered. Pain is the sign that something new is being born inside you. So stop running from it. Lean into it. Learn from it. Every time you choose to face pain instead of escape it, you take your power back. You become unbreakable because the person who learns to stand inside the fire no longer fears it. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that what you thought was destroying you was actually defining you. That heartbreak made you wiser. That failure made you sharper. That rejection redirected you towards something greater. The pain you feel today will one day be the strength that carries you forward when life tests you again. So when it hurts, don't say, why me? Say, try me. Use that pain as your fuel, not your excuse. Because if you embrace it now, it will reward you later. The most powerful people in this world aren't the ones who avoided pain. They're the ones who transformed it into purpose. Remember this, pain doesn't last forever, but the person you become because of it does. Rule number 2, turn every struggle into a lesson, not a limitation. Turn every struggle into a lesson, not a limitation. Because the truth is, life will test you again and again, but those tests aren't meant to stop you, they're meant to shape you. Struggle is not a signal to quit, it's a message that you're on the path to something bigger. Every obstacle, every setback, every disappointment carries a hidden lesson, and those who learn from it rise, while those who complain about it stay stuck. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond, and that response defines everything about your future. When you start looking at struggle as training, not punishment, everything changes. The pain starts to make sense, the failures start to have purpose, and the pressure starts to feel like progress. Life doesn't give strength to the comfortable, it gives it to those who refuse to surrender when things get hard. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They turned their struggle into education. They used pain as information. They didn't say, why is this happening to me? They said, what is this teaching me? That mindset shift changes everything. Because the same situation that destroys one person can transform another. Struggle is a mirror that shows you what still needs to be fixed inside of you. Your patience, your focus, your resilience, your faith. And when you see it that way, struggle stops being your enemy and starts being your greatest advantage. Every hard moment you're facing right now is preparing you for something you asked for. More success, more strength, more wisdom. But to receive it, you have to earn it through the lessons life is teaching. Don't let the pain make you bitter. Let it make you better. Don't let the disappointment shut you down. Let it sharpen you. Every time you fall and get back up, you're growing. Every time you fail and try again, you're learning. Every time life breaks your plan, it's building your purpose. You either use your struggle to rise, or you let it define your limits. There's no in between. So stop running from challenges and start running toward them, because each one is an invitation to level up. When you choose to see struggle as a teacher, you never really lose. You either win or you learn. And those lessons, the ones that came through heartbreak, rejection, sacrifice, and failure, will become the wisdom that guides you to every success that's waiting for you. Struggle is life's way of giving you experience before reward. Learn fast, grow strong, and remember this: the same struggle that feels like it's breaking you now will one day be the reason you're unbreakable. Rule number 3, stay consistent when it hurts the most. Stay consistent when it hurts the most, because that's the moment that separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the achievers, and the average from the unstoppable. Anyone can be consistent when life feels easy, when motivation is high, when results show quickly. But real growth, the kind that transforms your future, happens when you stay consistent even when you feel broken, tired, and invisible. When no one is clapping for you, when no one notices your effort, when you wake up and question if it's even worth it, yet you still show up. That's discipline. And discipline builds the future that motivation can't. You have to understand that consistency isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about getting up one more time when your mind says you can't. It's about showing up for yourself even when no one is watching, because those silent moments of struggle are where champions are built. Every rep, every early morning, every night you spend grinding while the world sleeps, it's all adding up, even when it doesn't feel like it. Pain doesn't mean you're losing, it means you're growing. The body screams before it transforms, the mind resists before it expands, and the soul shakes before it evolves. That's how you know you're in the right place. The uncomfortable zone, the place where weak versions of yourself die and stronger ones are born. You have to trust the process when nothing makes sense, because one day it will. One day, you'll look back and realize that the nights you wanted to quit were the nights that built your character. The days you dragged yourself forward, step by step, were the days that rewired your mind for greatness. You can't skip those moments. You can't fast forward growth. The grind is the teacher, and pain is the curriculum. Every time you choose to be consistent through exhaustion, frustration, or fear, you're sending a message to your future self: I'm not giving up on you. And that's powerful, because consistency, even in pain, creates momentum, and momentum over time creates mastery. You might not see results instantly, but consistency compounds. It multiplies quietly, invisibly, and then all at once. So when it hurts the most, don't back down. That's when it matters the most. That's when destiny is watching to see if you really mean what you say. Keep showing up, keep fighting, keep doing the work, because every moment you refuse to quit in pain is one step closer to becoming the person who never will. Rule number 4, let discipline lead when motivation dies. Let discipline lead when motivation dies, because motivation is temporary, fragile, and emotional. It's that spark that gets you started, but it fades the moment life stops being exciting. Discipline, on the other hand, is the engine that keeps you moving when everything around you tries to pull you back. It's easy to be driven when you're inspired, when the song hits right, when the vision feels clear, but true growth begins the day you wake up with zero motivation and still do what you said you'd do. That's when you prove to yourself that you're not controlled by feelings, but by commitment. You see, motivation is built on emotion, but discipline is built on decision. It's the voice inside you that says, get up, even when your body screams, stay down. It's that quiet, relentless energy that doesn't care about how you feel. It only cares about who you want to become. When you stop relying on motivation and start relying on discipline, you stop chasing moods and start chasing mastery. Every great achiever you've ever admired didn't get there by feeling motivated every day they got there, because discipline became their default. They didn't wait to feel ready. They acted. They didn't need to be inspired. They just showed up. They built systems that turned effort into habit and habit into power. Motivation will tell you, do it when it feels right. Discipline will tell you, do it until it feels right. And that's the difference between staying average and becoming exceptional. When motivation dies, most people stop, but disciplined people keep going. And that's why they win. They understand that discipline doesn't just get you to your goal. It turns you into the kind of person who doesn't need the goal to keep going. You don't need to feel excited to be consistent. You don't need to feel inspired to be unstoppable. You just need to decide that your future deserves your effort every single day, because one day the work you're doing now will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. But only if you refuse to quit when motivation fades. Let discipline take the wheel. Let it guide your mornings, your grind, your habits, your entire mindset. Let it remind you that greatness is not built in bursts of excitement. It's built in the quiet hours of consistency when no one's watching and no one's cheering. Motivation is the flame that starts the fire. Discipline is the oxygen that keeps it burning. So when the fire starts to fade, don't panic. Just breathe. Just work. Just keep moving forward, because discipline will take you places motivation never could. Final rule number 5. Your future self will thank you for not giving up. Your future self will thank you for not giving up. Because every time you choose to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit, you are building a version of yourself that will stand taller, stronger, and prouder than the one you are today. One day, you'll look back at these exact moments, the nights you cried, the mornings you didn't want to get up, the days that felt endless, and you'll realize they were not punishments, they were preparation. The version of you living your dream life isn't built on easy days. It's built on days when you fought through doubt, fear, and exhaustion and still refused to stop. You see, quitting feels like relief right now, but in the future, it becomes regret. And persistence might feel painful today, but in the future, it becomes pride. Every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every time you said no to comfort your future self will remember it all and whisper, "Thank you for not giving up when it hurt the most." Because what you're doing right now isn't just surviving the struggle, you're shaping your destiny through it. The world doesn't reward those who almost made it. It rewards those who kept walking when their legs were shaking. Every great success story you've ever heard was written by someone who refused to stop when they had every reason to. The future version of you, the one living in peace, strength, and confidence, already exists in the choices you're making right now. When you push through today's pain, you make tomorrow easier. When you say, "I won't quit," you build mental armor that nothing can destroy. Because the truth is, pain is temporary, but the results of your persistence are permanent. You'll never regret fighting for your dreams, but you will regret giving up too soon. So when you feel like you're breaking, remind yourself, this is the part where strength is born. The version of you who's calm, successful, and fulfilled, that version is waiting, watching, and cheering for you to make it through. And every step you take, every struggle you survive, every day you refuse to quit, it's a promise you're keeping to your future self. The pain you feel today is temporary, but the pride you'll feel when you realize how far you've come will last a lifetime. So don't stop now. Keep moving, keep fighting, keep believing, because your future self is watching you and they're counting on you to finish what you started.